The wind howled like a living thing that night, rattling shutters and scouring the snow-covered plains. In a remote stretch of highway, an aging farmhouse stood like a lighthouse of warmth and memory, its windows glowing dimly through the blizzard. Inside, 82-year-old Martha Evans sat alone at her kitchen table, her arthritic hands wrapped around a chipped mug of tea. Outside, the snow piled higher and the roads vanished beneath white silence. It was in this frozen, lonely moment that the roar of engines cut through the storm, and 15 shadowy figures appeared at her gate. Leather-clad bikers caught in the fury of the storm, stranded and desperate. If you believe in kindness, second chances, and the power of unexpected connections, please take a moment to like, comment, share and subscribe to Hidden Hearts right now. Your support helps stories like this reach more people. Martha had always been known as the quiet, gentle widow who never turned away a stray. She lived on a fixed pension, often going without for herself just to keep her pantry stocked in case a traveler needed food. That night, when she saw the bikers shivering in the snow, she didn't think about their appearance or the rumors small towns whispered about such groups. She simply opened her door. Her living room, lined with faded quilts and family photos, quickly filled with steaming boots, gloved hands rubbing for warmth, and faces that looked surprised to be welcomed instead of feared. Martha cooked what she had: soup from the freezer, loaves of bread she'd baked earlier, mugs of cocoa, and spread out every blanket she owned on the floor. As the night wore on, the bikers thawed from stone-faced strangers into quiet, respectful guests. They told her about the storm catching them on their way back from a memorial ride, about losing brothers to accidents and life's mistakes, about how nobody ever offered them kindness without expecting something in return. Martha listened, nodded, and refilled bowls. She saw past the leather and patches to the tired, lonely men underneath, some barely older than her grandsons, some with grey at their temples. They, in turn, began to see her not as a fragile old woman, but as a force of nature, small but unafraid. In the dark hours before dawn, while the snow kept falling, one of the men quietly shoveled her porch and cleared the path to her barn. Another mended a broken step. They left a note of thanks by her kettle. Martha woke to find the storm easing and the bikers gone, but something in the air felt different. She went to her window and gasped. The driveway, which the night before had held only 15 motorcycles, was now lined with dozens more, rows and rows of gleaming bikes stretching down the road like a metallic honor guard. Word of her kindness had spread overnight through their network, and riders from across the state had come to her door to repay her generosity. By mid-morning, her quiet farmhouse was surrounded by the rumble of engines and the smell of coffee. One by one, the bikers approached her porch with bags of groceries, bundles of firewood, envelopes to fix her roof, and offers to maintain her property through the winter. They didn't come to frighten her or overwhelm her. They came to stand with her. Martha, blinking back tears, realized she had given warmth to 15 strangers and received a community in return. The image of a frail old lady opening her home in a snowstorm had turned into something far larger, a lesson in dignity, courage and grace that would ripple far beyond her small town. Weeks later, people would still talk about how a single act of hospitality transformed hardened riders into protectors. Martha's porch became a meeting place. Her once lonely nights were now filled with visitors dropping off food, repairing her fence, or simply sharing stories over pie. In helping them survive the blizzard, she had unknowingly melted their own isolation. And in their gratitude, they had lifted her out of years of quiet struggle. If this story touched your heart, please take a moment to like, comment, share, and subscribe to Hidden Hearts. Your engagement helps more people see stories of compassion, courage, and second chances. Before you go, leave a comment below telling us about a time when a small act of kindness changed your life or someone else's. We'd love to feature your story in a future video.